Akash Shukla. The video which was getting played, I was just trying to give you a glimpse of the things which are happening around the world, which I'll be covering in my session. I'm contributing to this protocol known as Beckn, and also I'm a mentor for Google for Startup Accelerator. कितने लोगों ने नाम सुना है इस चीज़ का? GFS. It's a 8 weeks program for startups. So I mentor for Europe, Middle East, and Africa for that batch. That's a glimpse of this. I used to work with the same Google community team before. That's me. That's Paresh, if you can identify over there in the second row, third one. And community has been very close to my heart from that very beginning of my career itself. This was back in 2016. We were hosting a summit with all the GDG leads from India. And 2016 was the year when that was the last time I've given a session at DevFest Ahmedabad as well. And this is after that, I'm coming here after like 8-9 years now. This is what I do. All the keywords you have been seeing. I've been in the industry for almost a decade now. I've been working closely with open source communities, startup ecosystem, innovation, and all around the world. And that's the glimpse of some of the programs I was leading in the past, Android certification, WTM, and all that thing when I was working there. This is something which I've been doing from the last couple of years. Basically, I was in blockchain space. Then other things you have been seeing, UN and all. So I was also exploring or figuring out how technology gets prevailed or perceived in different countries, how that gets adopted and all. And that's the reason I'm also engaged in the ecosystem which is currently going on. And yes, in between, I had a startup as well in Netherlands, which was in mobility space. So that's a picture of that. It was funded by Antler. This is something which drives me to do different things or motivates me. I personally consider myself as a lifelong learner. I keep on going back and forth to the community to share my learnings and all. Basically, I do that just to bridge the knowledge gap from people who have it to people who need it. Like all the things I've been done in my career basically centered around that particular messaging. So another picture, this is from Warsaw in Poland back in 2017. I was mentoring Eastern European startups. Back in China, I was mentoring expat founders. This was just pre-COVID. And then all those things happened. And yeah, that's a glimpse of different programs, startups, and all which I mentor. And that's where I indulge, like how I can initiate an idea to a production-ready product. Now let's come back to the topic. That was about me. So if you have questions around startups and all, you can ask me later on. Can anyone tell me what is protocol? Set of rules. OK. Which is the protocol behind this? HTTP, that one. SMTP, this one. Cell phones. GSM, VoIP, you can mention that. So this is how the protocols happen. Internet, when it was built, it was supposed to be open and democratized. Everyone can contribute. That's how internet got created. That's how different ideas and products were born. Same thing goes with GSM. Like the concept, it works like for those who don't know how the protocol works. Like if I'm using an Idea cell phone, someone else is using Airtel, someone sitting in US is using AT&T, the call goes through. So protocol is a set of specification or language which both parties agreed to communicate with each other. So over here, as a GSM, every telco operator in the world agreed, ki, OK, we'll use GSM protocol to communicate. That's why call gets possible. And that enables interoperability. The video I was playing before, this guy was again and again mentioning interoperability, which can be integrated in different platforms and open source. So let us look at how we transact in a digital world today. Most of you will be using these different apps: Uber, Amazon, Practo, Airbnb, Booking.com. So that's how there's a demand-side apps, which is used by end consumers like us. Or if you are running any businesses, there are these supply-side apps. And these platforms matches demand and supply. And this is how, when we break down different things, this is how it looks like, the aggregator model of platform business in different sectors. These are like certain steps which goes behind when we do transactions online. There's a challenge. When I was talking to you about all these apps which are going on, there's a challenge behind that. When you create different apps, the ecosystem becomes fragmented and siloed. Amazon ने अपना किया, Myntra ने अपना किया, Flipkart ने अपना किया. Some small startup came from Ahmedabad. They created their own thing. Other thing happens is data privacy and security. They take tons of data. We don't know what it is all about. At times, apps take like humongous amount of data. There were like these breaches and all those things happening. Third thing, regulatory challenge. Very interesting point. Just imagine a mobility app which is being widely used. Today, they are charging 30% from auto drivers. Tomorrow, they come up and they say, oh, we charge 50. So it creates a challenge for government as well, and that impacts taxation and consumer protection. Because things keeps on changing. अभी बारिश हो रही है, उन्होंने बोल दिया नहीं, अभी हम 60% एक्स्ट्रा चार्ज करेंगे. एंड में जो ड्राइवर है उसको उतना नहीं मिल रहा है. And that limits choice and competition as well. So there are some heavy funded startups putting in a lot of money. They bought all the people online, and then tomorrow they say, oh, now we are charging X amount from you. And they are like that. And that leads to platform lock-ins as well, which is the other interesting point when I say platform lock-ins beside this as well. Say I'm a vendor or a auto driver. I've been driving, say, Uber for last 10 years. Today, due to some reason or mishap, my account gets deactivated. I was like 5-star rated driver. Now, if I choose another one, I have to again start from zero. So these were the interesting challenges which comes when I was talking about the aggregator business. So the thing which was being thought of, and the reason the video was showing you UPI, FASTag, and all, and the guy who was speaking was Nandan Nilekani, who is the co-founder of Infosys and the guy who has created the basic tech infrastructure of all the things or architecture you have been seeing. So these people sat together, Nandan, Pramod, who's the chief architect of Aadhaar, UPI, and all those things, and they thought internet was open. There were these protocols which were open where different platforms were communicating with each other. Can we use open protocols for digital economic transactions? Something similar to aggregator model. And when they have broken down these digital economic transactions, they were like these 4 steps which came out to be. One is discovery. So any of the things which we have been doing, number one, first step we do is discovery. Second one is order, fulfillment, and post-fulfillment. And this thing was common across, these are like some of the sectors where we are working on in different sectors. We discover something, we order, the order gets fulfilled and post-fulfilled. And that's where Beckn was born. It was an open source specification on the similar lines of the protocol we have talked about, which allows 2 platforms to execute decentralized digital economic transaction, like the 4 steps which I mentioned, in an interoperable manner. So right from your IoT device to any app, to a smart TV, to your Google Maps, this can be integrated to your AI, where Harsh and me will talk about later on about this thing. The transaction happens peer-to-peer. So the data breach and all those things gets removed from this. So now imagine this model of different apps gets converted and everyone using the same language. So from any app, you can order anything which is on this network. So let's see different open networks which are going on around the world. ONDC, how many of you have heard about ONDC? So it's built on top of Beckn protocol, where it stands for Open Network for Digital Commerce, who you don't know. So even the smallest shopkeeper can be part of this network. So that commission thing gets removed from that entire thing, that middleman part. Same thing happened with Namma Yatri. Namma Yatri is, I believe, in 13 cities right now. I'll cover one by one. Similar thing has been done for Honest, which is open network for education and skilling. You searching for online course, jobs, internships, and all. So there's like an open network which was being made for that. So instead of you downloading different apps or a 12th pass students, things of where to find a scholarship. There's Adani, there's Tata, there's Reliance. So it's a one-stop thing where you can go to. Same thing is going on with UEI, whose demo Harsh will show you later on. And not just in India, there are things happening in Gambia, Brazil, Nepal, and there are different countries around the world, Kenya, Guyana, and there is also the thing happening in agriculture as well. So India-wide open network for agriculture is being made. So everything is open source. Sandboxes are available on the website. And this is how the glimpse of things looks like. There are 8 live networks in 16 different countries around the world, and all the sectors I've shown you. So different countries are experimenting with different kind of things. And when I say country, it's not government. There are startup founders which are picking this protocol up or integrating that in their existing things. So this is what is going on. Let's talk about ONDC. If you use Ola, you will see in that hamburger menu, there's a food history section. So if you click on that, you go to the ONDC food store. Similar way, if I opened Paytm, I searched ONDC, and different stores got opened up, which were like open, democratized way of dealing with things. That's certain stats of ONDC and the potential impact as per it. So it's live in 616 cities. So as a startup now, I don't have to go everywhere and market my product. Once it gets integrated, I get access to all the different cities which are there. There are 7 lakh plus sellers, 117 live network participants are there. So network participants are different manufacturer or service providers who are part of the network, which is on the buyer side app. And then 100 plus million orders have been happened. So to give you an example, this is something I found on LinkedIn last week. There's My Store, which is providing, say, if you want to search for helmet. So if I order from a large e-commerce giant, say helmet gets from Gurgaon, to it will come to a warehouse in Gujarat. From Gujarat, it goes to Ahmedabad, and it goes around. So instead of this, how we can empower local shopkeepers is it shows up different shops as per location, and then you can order it directly instead of giving it a roundabout to this helmet. There's another thing with Namma Yatri. So Namma Yatri has been doing very interesting. So there are certain stats, how it started doing different rides. So first million got done in 228 days. So Namma Yatri doesn't charges dynamic commission-based model. They charge 25 rupees per day from auto driver, that's it. And this is the data you can see. It started in Jan 2023. It's end of 2024 now. And this is the current stat from morning. So the data is open. So anyone can go and search Namma Yatri open. They can see different sections, how many rides, how many live autos which are running, how much people are earning. So this is what happened in just 2 years by breaking that barrier. And the other thing which happened is like a couple of months back, they also raised another 11 million of funding from Bloom Ventures, Antler, and Google. So this is one. There's another interesting thing which is happening right here in Ahmedabad itself. So these are some people in Ahmedabad with the auto drivers. They were running this Roji Roti Bachao Andolan. Namma Yatri was running in Bangalore, so they thought, oh, can we use this protocol to create something? And they came up with an app known as Vayu. It's running right now in Ahmedabad and Gandhinagar. And if you see the benefits for driver, the basic thing for this protocol, it says no commission fees. So the entire money which you are paying goes to the driver itself. And they are running a very interesting business model. That's their app. I got certain stats from them. I met them last week, actually. So Google was running their AI bootcamp. And they mentioned that in just 2 months, they have got 2,000 auto drivers onboarded on their platform, just in this Ahmedabad and Gandhinagar as a city. So this is something which is happening right in your neighborhood. That's their dashboard data. This was from, I think, last week. And something similar, these local innovations are also happening. So something started in Kochi. Bangalore was Namma Yatri. Now it's in 13 cities. Kolkata is running Yatri Sathi. And then Ahmedabad, this Vayu app. Same thing in UEI. So UEI is Unified Energy Interface. So they have like different charging operators for your EV charging cars. And they were facing a hard time going everywhere and figuring out their customer base and charging points and all that sort of thing. So what they did, EV charger operators got united. They formed a community like GDG. And they said, like, can we use Beckn for discovery of charger? And UI is like, it's more than charger. If you see, there are aggregators of different things. There are solar, wind, and all that. So imagine an open network where your EV charging infrastructure, battery swapping infrastructure, and power grids are on the same platform. So your solar power, and also you can now buy and sell power from your WhatsApp itself or from your AI agent itself. Just say I want to sell my solar power at the maximum possible rates, and the power gets sold through this thing. So this is happening. The pilot has been running for the last 8 months. And around 13 lakh orders have been done on this network. And a lot of these startups, it's a consortium of different startups. So if you search UEI, you'll get it. And 9.71 gigawatt hour of energy got transferred into this. Nikhil Kamath also talked about us last week. He tweeted one of the things, and in podcast as well, that the next UPI movement is for UEI. Similar thing is happening in education, the honest thing I was talking to you about. Feel free to check it out. There's honest sandbox, resources. So if you are contributing to open source or you want to experiment what this is all about, that's your way to go. A lot of other stuff is happening with different academia. There are different government bodies, think tanks, startups, and all. That's a glimpse of that. And different research are going on. Something is happening in energy. Something is happening in decentralized AI. So I'm happy to chat different use case later on with you. University of Cambridge, we opened another lab where Cambridge Judge Business School students can come around and focus on different sectors. The use case is also on the blockchain side of things as well. So this open interoperable protocol can be integrated with blockchain. So if you need any data on Ledger, you can do different things around. So Solana, one of the blockchains, ran hackathon with Namma Yatri and UEI to get different ideas around that. So AI with Beckn, some of the things was being talked in the video. Looks something like this. So imagine if all the different platforms are using a same language. I say, okay, Google, I want to say, go to Statue of Unity from here in 500 rupees, or say 5,000 rupees. Let's have a realistic example. And everything comes up because everything is on a single platform. So your cab, say Vayu, showed up. Your hotels, there also you're doing discovery, order fulfillment, and post-fulfillment. And on the way, I also want to have a Starbucks coffee and, say, eat chips. So everything shows up, I just click. And in a single click, everything gets booked, say through UPI or something like this in one go. And that's the beauty of using a single platform around this. And that's our goal. With Gemini, I'll play the video later on so you have a glimpse of this, and the demo will come after that. Google launched this at Google for India 2 months back. They do this annual conference, which got started when Sundar Pichai became the CEO. And I think I was there at the first Google for India conference where I was hosting that for 1,500 developers from all across India. So this year they did something special with Beckn. They integrated Gemini into Beckn, and then they said, oh, you are searching for anything, it will show up. Another thing happened with Google Maps. Last week, I was in Google Gurgaon office, and then one of the Googlers showed me up this email update. So all the EV charging stations will be on Google Maps. So all the different startups you see, Electric Pay, Ether Energy, Kazam, Static. Else, everyone you have to download their own app and then figure out, and then you realize, oh, this company doesn't serve my car's charger. So now everything will be there because of this single protocol. Same thing happened with Namma Yatri and ONDC. So you can say they are making public transport easier to access. So you can, if you are a Namma Yatri app user, you can just search for there and book it over there. It's not in Ahmedabad, but in 13 cities you can do that, and it's scaling as well. And tickets are delivered through QR code. And for startups, you might be working in different sectors, which I've shown you. Antler is a big advocate of this open network thinking. So they have been funding startups, and they have launched the Accelerator program with us. There's another thing which is happening with Google for Startups, AI Academy, if you have heard this name. This happened in Ahmedabad. So they are also supporting, we're building on DPI and all that sort of thinking. This is how it looks like. It's currently going on. Last week, this Ahmedabad thing happened. So DPI is one of the focus areas. And the other beauty of this is, all these sectors, if you're building for, it falls under DPI as well. So when I was at IMA Ventures, I found 3 startups who were building something in EV, and they found, oh, I think I can make my startup part of this DPI open protocol. So this is happening. Some of these are done from 27 till 18 December. It's happening in Delhi, Hyderabad, Mumbai, and Bangalore, and more things will come up next year. This is the Vayu team. I met them. I was mentoring over there, so I bumped into these people. And then if you want to dig deeper into Beckn, obviously there's GitHub and all that sort of thing. There's a podcast with Nikhil Kamath, which you can see. And there are different use cases and demos which we did, which I'm happy to share. And the thing is, like the AI demo and all this thing will come up. Harsh will come on stage. The thing comes up, Akash, you have told me so much how I can contribute or how I can figure out what to do. So there are a lot of these tech office hours, community calls, if you want help with integration and all those things happen. There are these talk shows, expert program, and there are a lot of these community playbooks. Energy is one of the focus areas both in India and Europe, so climate, energy, and sustainability. So we need volunteers. It's an open community thing, so we need volunteers for energy trading, policy suggestion, EV charging, and also if you have got any experience in that or interested, you can reach out to me. And the possibilities are endless. There are multiple things which are happening around. I'll show you a quick glimpse of that in the video, which I have to pause in between. And then there are multiple things beside this as well. So music, someone is thinking of, I met someone who worked in Hollywood for 18 years. And he said, like, Akash, can we make an open network for entertainment, like Netflix kind of thing, where the middleman goes around and the entire money goes from the creator to the consumer. Like that's how they were thinking around. So there are multiple things. That's my QR. So if you want to follow up, my name is Akash. Email and Twitter is Akash Shukla ji. So feel free to scan and reach out to me. I'll be here as well. And I'll just wait for 30 seconds and then I'll show you a quick video. Done? Okay, still cell phones are up. Or you can search for Akash Shukla, Beckn. I think you will get it on LinkedIn as well. So, and you will get so our community is on Discord, by the way. So you can get the link to Discord over here, the Beckn starter kit, to tinker around with the code. Harsh will dig deeper into this as well. And let me play the video which we have left in between.
As we look at AI.
And show you what exactly is happening or what Google is up to with these open models.
Payments are now flowing like water across intersecting rails, which are actually creating additive value for the Indian economy. That is the power of protocols like UPI. ONDC is another great example. It's an initiative to extend the same paradigm to commerce. A Beckn protocol-enabled open network enabling millions of buyers and sellers to participate in online commerce in a completely borderless fashion. Both businesses and consumers benefit from open networks as it leads to seamless integration across different transactions and, of course, discovery. Given these innovations, minds across the world have been wondering if similar principles can be applied to other foundational areas of the economy, for example, healthcare, for example, agriculture, or even skill development. This is where the power of AI through Gemini models comes in. We are bringing the power of Beckn-enabled open networks and our Gemini large language models together. We are happy to announce that an open source AI agent framework for all Beckn-enabled open networks engineered using Gemini models will now be available to every Indian business and every user. Thank you. Thank you. So what does this mean for you as a consumer? What this means for you as a consumer is that no matter what you're searching for, you could be searching from electronics to seeds, from jobs to educational courses. You can discover listings and make transactional smoothly from a single interface on any network compliant app in the language of your choice. Agriculture and skilling are one of the biggest priorities of our nation. The more power we give to India's farmers, the faster is our economic progress. Now imagine this. Imagine that a farmer who needs information on weather, seeds, harvest times, market prices. Traditionally, they would have to move from one app to another, trying to find the answers, find the products, find all the relevant information. Now, with Gemini, all this and more is available in any app that adopts the open source agentic framework, be it Glance, Google Pay, or like I said, any app, in the user's own language through voice. Similarly, let's take another example. The youth of India needs to be they need employability. We need to look at increasing employability. So think about another scenario. Let's say a student wants to upskill herself and apply for a job. From discovering the right courses to helping her find and learn and find the relevant job listings, Gemini agent can do it all for her. बस Gemini को पूछने की ज़रूरत है. Can we have the video, please?
हम खेत संभालते हैं, पर सच कहें तो खेती ने हमें संभाला है.
हमारे पिताजी ना साइकिल रिक्शा चलाते थे. तब हमने सोच लिया कि अब बड़े होकर हम गाड़ी चलाएंगे, ड्राइवर बनेंगे.
लेकिन दुनिया काफ़ी बदल चुकी है. हम ही नहीं समझ पा रहे हैं. बारिश कब होगी, बीज कहाँ से लें, किस दाम में बेचें. पहले तो बेटा भी मदद कर देता था, अब वो भी शहर चला गया नौकरी करने के लिए.
मौका मिला था बड़े शहर जाके ड्राइवर बनने का, पर हमारी जिम्मेदारियां यहाँ थी प्रतापगढ़ में.
फिर एक दिन हमारा बेटा छुट्टी पर घर आया और हमें कहा सब कुछ फ़ोन से हो जाएगा.
अब परिवार को छोड़ के तो नहीं जा सके, लेकिन ड्राइवर बनने का मौका खुद चल के हमारे पास आया. प्रतापगढ़ में ड्राइवर की नौकरी मिलेगी
आलू सही दाम में कहाँ बेचें?
और फिर क्या, निकल पड़ी हमारी गाड़ी।
अगले 7 दिन की मौसम की जानकारी दीजिए।
टैक्सी के लिए लोन मिलेगा क्या? हमने जो कुछ मांगा इसने सब दिया। अब मेरे सपने भी पास हैं और अपने भी।
डिजिटल भारत एक बादल की तरह है और प्रगति तभी होगी जब ये सब पे बरसेगी।
So yeah, that's it from my end. Harsh will come on stage and he'll dig deeper into. I've told you, oh, this is protocol. The reason I've told you, I want to give you a 360-degree picture of what's happening globally because I'm involved in a lot of these global projects. So I'm doing research in decentralized payments with in Denmark, with the government of Denmark. In France, there are multiple things happening. So how the protocol works, what's the AI part behind it, and all those things, Harsh will show you on the demo. So I'll invite Harsh on stage. And thanks a lot for being such a patient audience. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you.
Okay, after Akash, very insightful section of what is backend, what is backend protocol, what is happening around the globe, how people are using it, how people are making startups. Let's deep dive into tech side. Okay, so my part is quite of not boring, but I try to give you the understanding of what is exactly a beacon protocol, how it's architect, how you can use into your product or you can build your application. Okay, and how AI connect with the backend protocol and how you can use AI plus backend protocol. Okay, so my name is Harsh. Yeah, I run a small company based in Ahmedabad called Paddlesub. I'm also a backend contributor, backend expert. Okay, I'm also Polygon advocate. I done a lot of open source contribution. I work with the good names like Wikipedia, KD, and all. So this is small intro, and I'm also a GDG Cloud Ahmedabad organizer. So yeah. So let's deep dive into what is backend architect. Okay. So what Akash told you is like you can connect your any application, don't not based on commissions, right? So how it's basically divided is when you build any backend application, there are the two things which we call BAP and BPP. Okay. So this is a BAP layer. Okay, where backend application platforms are there, and this is a BPP layer, which is backend provide platform. So what you need is you need these two layers, and you connect your layers to backend gateway. Okay, so just imagine like any of protocol which we have, like which we have HTTP protocol or TCP protocol, same kind of thing. We have two providers. One is BAP, one is BPP, and they have a network registry where all data are stored. So just imagine we have a data of foods, or we have data of uh, like just mobility or UEI. So they have three layers basically, where have a BAP layer, BPP layer, all the data pass on to the backend gateway, and they have a network registry. Okay, so we have a transfer layers, sorry, transactions layers, and we have a infra layers. Okay, and then we have a backend APIs. Okay, so how ultimately a open protocol work is basically on four fundamentals. Is basically a discovery, okay, ordering, fulfillment, and post fulfillment. Okay, so basically discovery is when we discover anything on the internet. Okay, just imagine we have a Namma Yatri, where what was the discovery? We discover a nearby auto drivers. Okay, if I want to go to Sola to, just imagine, to Applewood, if I want to go to Ahmedabad to Gandhinagar, that is my discovery phase. Ordering is ultimately I'm ordering a rickshaw or scooter or cab from the app. Okay, and what is the fulfillment is ultimately a status. If cab is arrived or not, my auto is arrived or not. Okay, what's the delay, is any cancellation, that is my fulfillment. And post fulfillment is after completing my ride or order or anything, customer rate that how it's is like 5-star rating, 4-star rating. If something happened on your order, something happened with your ride, that's the post fulfillment part. What backend do is backend is helping you to break down or helping you to request, and this four fundamentals help you to build any application journal. Okay, If you want to look more deeper, you can just go to the github.com and /backend/protocol specification. You can understand what is exactly a protocol specifications are. Okay, let's deep dive in backend schema. Okay, these are some technical stuff. If you have any questions, please feel to ask. Okay, so because the Akash session is more about overview, this is a more deeper architecture sessions. Okay, so this is the whole schema of how backend protocol build. Okay, so they have like top level schema, middle level schema, lower level, and primitives. Okay, what the top level is, how you intent, like basically they have intent, catalog, order, and contacts. Okay, and this main thing is this the middle level where all the providers, item, fulfillment, billing, payments, all the things are happening there. Okay, and the lower level is like what we build is like how we calculating allocations, time, and other parts of that. Okay, and primitives is basically what we are like taking GPS or the data and everything. Okay, this is a more deeper communication protocol. So we have one BAP layer where we are doing search and all. Then we are passing all the search data to BPP providers. Okay, and this request callback is basically BAP to BPP is confirmation request. And there's an independent calls. Okay, what are the status, if order is fulfilled, is our ride is coming or not. There's a whole thing happening is here. Okay, let's talk about AI, what we are here for, right? Yes, no? Yeah, okay. So how you can build AI agent using open protocol? This is the whole idea behind our talks. So you can use any models like ChatGPT, Gemini, any other model, Llama, anyone, okay. And you can use a backend protocol, basically use our BAP, BPP layers, and you connect this BAP, BPP layer with your chat models, which is ChatGPT, Gemini, anyone, okay. So what happens with when you use backend protocol, what is help you is open network policy, okay. There is no coordination cost, zero coordination cost. We don't have any beach wala, okay. We don't charge any commissions. And they're the trusted transactions, okay, because it's open, anybody can see, okay, and everything is very transparent. And you can use artificial AI basically to fulfill like discovery, okay, you can reach multiple language supports, and you can make any smarter, optimized decision-making app basically. Okay, so just take example. If okay, we build AI called just Alice, and we want to go to any country like Amsterdam, Rome, Paris, and I have a EV car, or I love to have a like art, food, and theater. So I just make a plan, and I want to explore what is happening around the globe, and I want open network basically. So I ask my AI agent, hey, can you find me a nearby EV station? Okay. So what he do, my AI agent, is basically he go to a network, which is ultimately, let's go, example is UEI. He go to UEI, find a green energy charging stations to me. He told me like, okay, nearby that 3 kilometers, there are the 5 stations. One station is charging you 15 rupees or like $1 or $2. One is charging you $5 per charging. So that's how you open and check, okay, which are the nearby station, which are the comfortable with my EV charging car, which are the cheaper one, which are the like expensive ones. Okay, that's how you can also fulfill the hotels, nearby food areas. You can explore other things also. Okay, so okay, so we build a one demo for backend with Gemini. Okay, so let me show the demo. Okay. So this is a demo specifically to peer-to-peer energy trading. Okay. So everybody can see this, right? They're visible? Or I don't know. Okay. So this is, we build it using our backend protocol and Gemini. Okay. So this is basically if I want to trade my energy, or if I want to buy my energy from the nearby green energy resources. So if I just put hello, Let's hope internet works. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this reply, hello, I'm Lisa, your friendly AI agent, and I'm here to navigate you the existing world of peer-to-peer energy trading. So if I just tell Lisa to, I am looking to buy uh, energy for my farm. Okay. And this is happening all real time on UI network, basically. Okay, let's reply. Okay, hi, there I can definitely help to find energy on UI network. Okay, please proceed to upload my electricity bill. Okay, what we are doing is we are taking your electricity bill, we scan your electricity bill, and based on that we give you suggestions. Okay, so just imagine my electricity bill of farm is like every month is 20,000. Okay, so I want to reduce my bill 20,000 to 15,000. Okay, so what are the good options? If I can buy a cheaper energy resources from my nearby area, right? So if I have a like some people are selling their solar energy, some people are selling their like if they are windmills, they are selling windmill energies, okay. Or if there are any other green energy resources who are selling electricity cheap. Okay, so based on my bill, it analyze and give me the options which are available nearby me. So let me upload my bill. And this is a real my home electricity bill. Okay, so it takes some time. Okay, so it's analyzed completely my electricity bill. Okay, I think the fonts are not completely visible. And what he's told me, okay, what are the details he found out is what are the unit consumption I have, my basic details, total amount what I charge for my month electricity bill, and what is accepting is basically he told me to write down some brief, or if I don't write a brief, just tell me what are the energy or percentage you are looking for, and also he's telling me to sign up for the P2P trading platform. So if I say yes, I am ready to sign up. Okay, so it's automatically sign up using my analyzing my bill attached with my phone number. It's sending me OTP directly to my phone number, which is attached with my electricity bill. I get my OTP in my phone. I just type it down like my OTP here. And it's verifying basically its OTP is right. Okay, that OTP is correct. And based on that, it's telling me there are the 12 units of power from the rooftop of solar between 10 a.m. to 5 a.m. is available for me. So there are 12 units are available for 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's available for me to buy energy from the nearby solar places who is selling. If I say yes, I'm ready to buy. Okay. So what is he's doing is basically is checking in UI network what are the best options are available on a best rates. Okay, so who is selling best like rates on this my nearby area. So if somebody is selling on 1 unit on 12 rupees, 1 unit of 15 rupees is finding a better solution for me. Okay, so what he found is what my board found is like 12 unit of solar supply is basically selling at 13 rupees, which is the lowest rate my board found out, basically UI network found out. If I would to love to set up, well, would love to buy, yes, sure. Okay, perfect. So what I done is I buy 12 unit of electricity. I save 18 rupees. Okay, these are my bill total. Okay, so it's like P2P energy cost is 156, while charging a zero point 0.5 unit is per 6 rupees. There's a convention charge is 1 rupees. Then you have a GSTs, and total bill is 178 rupees. If I want to confirm my payment, I just need to write like yes, go with that. It's basically sending me a QR code of the person where I'm buying in energy. Okay, so it's confirming the payment process and whole processing. Uh, Great. Okay. So simple QR code. If I scan this QR code, it's ultimately I need to do some payments. Okay, it's checking like final payment approval. Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, so it's approved my payment, and now I can use a solar energy which I bought, or 12 units I can use in my farm. I save 18 rupees on every unit, and this is how simply I can, if I want to do recurring, I can just say yes. Every day it's buy for me. I just need to do a payment, and simply I can buy any solar energy or any green energy by simple AI agents. Okay, so this is how you can basically build Beckn UI enable with using a Gemini model. Okay, and you can simply make a UI protocol based this AI agent, or you can same do with the mobility, same you can do with agriculture. For simple education, you can use Beckn protocol and agricultural network and simply educate farmers. Okay, so this is how you can build a simple bot. Cool. Let's back to uh, slides. Okay, so after talking about AI, how you can build it, giving the live demo. Okay, let's talk about one thing is common is Becknonics. Okay, so Becknonics is the idea where you can deploy your open networks not in a 3-4 months, but just in a under 7 minutes. Okay, so idea is to simply set up your network or join as, or if you want to join any existing network, like if you want to join ONDC, Honest, or anyone, or if you want to merge a multiple network, if I want to merge multiple UI networks, or if I want to merge multiple mobility network, I can do that. And just configure existing network using Becknonics. So you don't need to do a 4 or 6 month work. You don't need a big giant tech teams to understand protocol and implement whole things. You can just simply clicks, deploy your whole network is under 7 minutes. So this is the whole idea a backend team come up with, and they build called Beckn Onyx. You can also check out this. Okay, cool. So what is ongoing into tech exploration around in backend and backend open source community? So what I told you is Beckn is a software with a standard and describe any software uh, to send standards and design principle of best practices for the setting up the integrating with backend protocol and backend enabled networks. So you can do any networks like mobility, home services, anything. Okay, this is a simple example what is happening around DPI. So yeah, this whole thing is around DPI, Forbes, Fortune. Everybody is talking about what is happening in DPI, why UPI is very fast, UEI, agriculture. Modi ji is also talking about everywhere. And how this is the part where how you can contribute. Okay, after listening me and Akash, understanding architecture, understanding what is happening around the globe and all, how you can basically contribute in this. If you are an open source enthusiast, or if you want to do a join a community, these are the some open source repos. These are our AI agent. These are the open source repo where you can just start contributing for now. Okay, so you can just take a picture or something. You can directly reach out to me or Akash. Okay, this is my also email ID. You can reach out to me. Okay. We are looking for an open source contributor, so we are happy to onboard you as a contributor. There's a lot of opportunity to work with the great companies, great initiative around the globe. Done? Done with the picture? Okay. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for this opportunity. You can send this code. Ultimately, you can just scan the code. Is ultimately a Beckn repo, okay, where you can just explore what is Beckn, how you can deploy networks and all. Yeah, thank you so much.